Moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Redskins. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 logo. Hard, hard.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give running right is Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check back the line. It's just me and you. Go. Hey, check back the line. Check back the line. Hey, ready?
From the shotgun, Elway. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. Check nickel. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Hey, Delta. Deep river.
Now it's Hill. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Go.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, Let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You go take. You got recon, 132 fighter. Hey, wahoo! Mike 3. All day, baby, all day. 2.
Elway throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 23 yards the pickup there. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Chubb running right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, echo. Mike 3. Look at me. Zipper. Bravo. Mike 3. Combo. I know he ain't got it. Hustle.
Now Elway to throw. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this one is right through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Yes. Ready?
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And he will lose yard back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, sweep six.
On 2nd and 12, Hill under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down. They're needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's coming. Double up. Hey, Orban. Mike 3, Mike 3. Combo. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 0-0, Mike 3. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Yep. Mike 3. Yeah.
Elway to throw on 2nd. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Chubb. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They get the 1st. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st down, Cleveland.
Set. 60 yards. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check 24. Check. Hey, box trap. Now. Motion. Smooth. Get it.
Throwing now. Elway on 1st down. Going deep here for Landry.
Come on.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Wide open, man.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football.
Wide the fuck open.
And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
My nigga a different route.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 17, Hill going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
Let's go.
Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Get him. Get this
An
nigga.
incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey. Fight.
Hill now to throw.
Oh, yes.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Oh, yes, my boy.
Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the 1st half.
We call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Why they gotta rob a nigga? Come on, man.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Why did my nigga the wrong way? Why did my nigga the wrong way? That was a shot. That nigga go up the seam.
Ready? 50, plant. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Oh, yes. Give me that.
Flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Let's go now. 18 Gator, General West. Hey, Sam on. They
go with Chubb on second down. And a short gain here down to the 22. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Alpha.
Check Mike around. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, check Mike around. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, check Mike around. In your face.
Go.
Check Mike around.
Five.
Get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Go.
Out of the gun. Elway. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Yeah, nigga.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
I ain't clicking on the nigga.
Well, conventional
I ain't clicking on the nigga.
Football
Hell no.
101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On the carry, it's Love.
So lucky.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone.
Here he go
Past
with
the 20.
Touchdown.
Washington. Bryce Love, 87 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
Man, I knew that shit was going to happen. Play all that good defense, nigga. One play going to change the game. He got 7.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
We go. 30 base. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Haywood. Hey, check Mike Gallagher. Check Mike Gallagher. Who that? Check 43. Shoot.
From the gun, it's Elway. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
10 Lobo. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Yeah. Hey, exit. Go. Check Mike Gallagher. Check Mike Gallagher. Check. Hey, check Mike Gallagher. Check Mike Gallagher. Let's go. Hey, zoom. Get it.
On 3rd down, Elway. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, check Mike Gallagher. Check Mike Gallagher. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Now Elway on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Set 18 Gator. Jim.
Chubb.
Nick Chubb, the Browns ball carrier. He's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 or. They're not ready for this, man.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
One fucking play. One fucking play.
Ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Staying on the ground, it's Love. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 64 yards on the ground.
15, run.
Here we go. Check. He's checking. Crash.
Deep grip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and goal, Hill, and it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Mike 3. Combo. Gotta do better. Come on down.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home.
Now. Hey, Echo.
Check Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Elway. He finds Beckham, complete. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, check Mike 11. I'm coming. Hey, check.
Hey, seam 6.
We gotta get to the ball.
Hey. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Elway. That's out to Chubb, complete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw is Elway.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
No. Check.
Look at me. Zipper.
They'll run with Love.
Can we tackle this nigga?
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fight 51.
Two-jet bomber. Hey, Charlie.
6 guys. Check 6.
Yeah, 5.
From just shy of midfield, Hill Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the interception by the Redskins. Dean leads to a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Recon, 132 fighter. Smooth.
Shift. Watch the shift.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. Trying to get it to Landry there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ready. 8-3.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 4. Check 4.
Yep. Go.
On 2nd and 9. Hill. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Topper. Hey, exit. Leo. 2.
Back to throw. Hill. He'll let this go for the end zone.
Cannot get the pick,
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10.
Now, get it.
To throw again. Hill. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Terry McLaurin. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Now Elway. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Elway. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Look at me. Zipper.
From just shy of midfield, Hill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Yeah.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. So here we go on 4th. Hill. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Elway. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Elway. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Elway. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Go!
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. That should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
At the 44-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Check back.